Everyone should be aware by now that the entire market is currently undergoing a correction. Some investors have lost quite a bit of money and there's no end in sight yet. But how can I, as an investor, recover these losses once the correction is over? Actually, we've identified a stock that could deliver strong performance after this downturn, which is AMD. More on that after the intro. Hello and welcome to another video here at Bloomberg Capital. My name is Henrik and today we will be talking about AMD. As mentioned, we're currently in a broad market correction. So right now it seems pretty hard to find any stock that will skyrocket in this very moment. But by the end of the month, things should be looking very different and AMD might just take off. If we take a quick look at the chart here, we can actually see that in the past half year, AMD has actually already been delivering quite a good performance. In just 6 months, we've had a performance of over 200%. And especially interesting is this part right here. We've had a jump in the market of over 30%. What is the reason for this? Actually, there are several factors, but the main driver obviously is and remains AI. Firstly, the new chiplet architecture marks a significant step forward. Now, we're not going to be diving into any technical details per se, and there are many improvements, but one thing is that it features a good, well-integrated GPU. And if we are looking at AI integration into consumer devices, accelerating and becoming more and more important, so into your own cell phone, laptop or PC, then AMD's design seems particularly promising in this regard. However, of course, the real money currently is being made with the big AI companies that demand lots of GPUs for the large data centers. And here, AMD is delivering with a new generation with some fresh deals. On one hand, Oracle is ordering 50,000 new generation GPUs. And there's also a new multi-billion-dollar deal signed between AMD and OpenAI that should net AMD a nice gain of up to $100 billion in the next couple of years. In general, if we look at AMD's development, then we can see that AMD seems to be catching up more and more with Nvidia. But let's look back at the chart and see how things should play out. And back on the chart, of course, we had quite a good performance here. But as stated, we are most likely looking at a market-wide sell-off or correction at the moment. And AMD will probably, as pretty much every stock, not be able to escape this. So we should see actually price come down a little bit until the end of the month. And for the timeline, AMD will probably have a very similar timeline to the larger market, and that in the change of the month from October to November, we'll most likely see a low form here from which we will then push higher. And if we look at the price range for this low, then most likely we will be seeing it between $200 and $190. And $190 marks a pretty significant level that we really should not be going under too much. If we see that price either after here end of October or start of November is continuing to decline further, or if we see a very steep decline here that will take price very low very fast, then we will most likely not see this quick rebound here that we are expecting. So we can say that this $190 mark should be a sign you're looking out for, and if price trades below this significantly, then that's not a good sign. But if things play out as expected, then we should be seeing a low here, especially with the earnings coming in on the 4th of November. We should be seeing some more volatility come into the market then that should push price higher. But if we're now looking at this uptrend here, then that's the important part, is where will this be going? And a good target here will be $300. Around this level, we will very likely go to. Time-wise, this will most likely happen towards the end of the year, potentially even start of next year, but most likely somewhere in December. So if we take a look at this performance potentially, then if, let's say, we get in at 200, sell off at 300, that's pretty easy. That's a gain of about 50%. So should make up for a lot of losses that you might be incurring here in October to your portfolio and make your portfolio right again. Now, you might be wondering, but what happens after this point here. And actually, there are a couple of scenarios. Of course, we could just break out of the price channel and push higher, or we could transition into a more sideways phase. Right now, it's very hard to tell which one of these will happen, but we can say that this level here of reaching $300 will be relatively certain. And which one of these scenarios will play out is something that we will most likely really only be able to accurately predict further in the future. So if you're interested in that, you can actually check out the description below. There you will find a link to our Discord. There we offer analysis on over 180 assets, obviously including AMD. But in general, we are covering stocks, precious metals, and cryptocurrencies. So if that's something you're interested in, check out the description below. But for now, certainly this $300 mark is what you will be looking out for. So I hope you found this video helpful, and I wish you a good week. And until next time, here at Bloomberg Capital.